All right, good morning, guys. Afternoon, night, wherever you are in the world. Um, got something talking about today that's near and dear to my heart from when I was a weight loss coach. And basically, we're going to talk about the truth, the differences between weight loss versus fat loss, or losing weight versus losing fat. Most guys get this wrong. They don't really understand it. And not just guys, most women don't understand it. So let's say you step on the scale and you've been trying to eat a little better, or you've been exercising, you step on the scales, you're down 5 pounds. You're pumped, In 5 days, in a week, you lost 5 pounds. A few days later, nothing's changed, and you feel stuck. Maybe 2 weeks go by, and you feel stuck. But here's the truth: you're not stuck. You're just confusing weight loss with fat loss, and they're not the same thing. Fat loss is what you want, not weight loss. Let me try to explain it another way. When I was a weight loss coach, every weight loss coach in the world, they do things, they want their clients to lose weight the first week. You want them to do things to make them lose weight the first week, so they stay motivated and taking action. The problem is, is that first week when they do these things, they come back and they weigh on, say, Sunday morning. I tell people you can weigh every day if you want to, but there's only one day of the week that really matters. And that's the one you want to write down. You do it at the same time, say like it's Sunday morning. You do it on Sunday morning, and then you do it as soon as you wake up. You do it before you drink or eat anything. Hopefully you go straight to the restroom, bathroom, have a bowel movement, and then get on the scales before you eat or drink anything. That's your weight. That's your true weight. And do it the same time, the same day, every week. And the problem is, they would get all excited. Wow, I lost 5 pounds. I lost 6 pounds. I lost 7 pounds the first week. This is going to be easy. This is great. I can't believe it. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Now, what you've lost is water weight. What you've lost is not fat loss. You don't lose fat that fast. You don't be surprised if next week you've gained all this weight back or most of it back. Don't be surprised. They didn't want to hear that, and then the next week when they hadn't lost weight, what am I doing wrong? What? You're not doing anything wrong. But they get all mad and upset. I've seen it happen. They get upset, and they do some things that cause some issues. They probably try to cut more calories or do something, but it's the difference between weight loss and fat loss. This is Mike Norris with Mike Norris Fit, help men over 50 lose weight, get fit, so they can live a healthier lifestyle. So let me explain the difference between weight loss and fat loss. Okay? Weight loss, when you lose weight, it's water, some glycogen. It could be some muscle, especially if you're not doing any kind of strength training. You wouldn't lose much in a week, but you could lose a little something. You could lose some fat, which is good, and a waste in your gut. The big two are the water and the waste in your gut. Those are two big things that you lose when you make a change. Say you join a weight loss program or something, or you start with a weight loss coach, and he's got you drinking a lot more water and trying to cut out some things, carbs, lower your carb, lower your sugar. Maybe you eat a lot of processed food, and he's trying to get you not to go to fast food as many days. And that cuts the sodium in your body, so you flush that water weight out from drinking so much, and getting that sodium out of your body. A lot of sodium in your body, you retain weight. You retain it. Well, there's certain things a person can do when you start eating better. You got less sodium, and that first week they get all excited, but that's weight loss. Water and waste in your gut is the main thing that you're losing. So you really haven't lost any fat. Fat loss is the only actual body fat that you lose. It's only losing actual body fat. It takes longer, but it's what really improves your body and your health. Losing fat, you'll see these. You'll have changes. You can lose 5 pounds in 2 days, but gain it right back the next day. That's not a real fat loss. That's not a real fat loss. When you lose 5 pounds in 2 days, that's water and waste in the gut most likely. You gain it right back. We want to lose and keep it off. So why do you lose weight quickly at first? When you change up, when you change combination of things you could change. You start an exercise program, or you stop going to fast food every day. It's a lot of different things. It's just like I said, when you start a new diet or you reduce your carbs, your body dumps water weight due to the glycogen and sodium changes in your body. The fat, and that fast drop is not fat, it's fluid. You're getting fluid out of your body. That's a good thing, but it's not a long-term thing. That's why the first week, when people, these national weight loss programs, they are experts at this. They get you to lose quickly, and then week 2 it might be a little disappointing, but they get you to cut carbs, and you think you're really doing something good, and the weight's coming off, but down the road, or when you through that diet and you go back to your old habits, guess what happens? You gain everything back. Think of it like draining a water balloon. You got it full of water and you squeeze it. The first squeeze, all kind of water comes out of the balloon, and then less comes out the more you squeeze. It's kind of like the water leaving your body. That first week, it's drastic, and people get all excited. Oh man, I'm going to lose this 50 pounds right away. It don't work that way. So I'm going to talk about now how fat loss really works and why it's a little slower. Real fat loss equals consistent calorie deficit over time. That doesn't mean cutting calories you're eating. That can be a part of it. It should not be the main focus, like most of the big time diet plans that charge a lot of money and make a lot of money, because you want to get rid of the body fat. So that's where the exercise comes in, the resistance training comes in, good sleep comes in, recovery comes in, a lot of things come in. A healthy, sustainable fat loss is 1 to 2 pounds per week for people under 50. If you're over 50, unfortunately, you might not get but a half a pound a week, but everybody is different. That's what's really unique about weight loss, is everybody is different. And I know, because I've been through this, what works for one person that's 55 and weighs 170 pounds and wants to get to 150, and another person that gets exact same height, weight, and age, this person loses it and this person does it. Weight loss is a weird thing, and it doesn't treat everybody the same. Now, there's some things that will change before the scale does. Your clothes will normally fit looser before you see a big weight drop. You might feel your clothes getting looser when you get on the scales, and the scales are the same. You're recomping your body. You're losing fat. You're not losing water. So progress can be invisible on the scale, but your body composition shifts. That's why you want to track more than just weight. I tell people, there's a lot of different ways to do it. You can take photos of yourself once a week with just a pair of shorts on. You can go by how your clothes fit. People at work will tell you, or people around you will tell you, your face is getting thinner. You're losing weight in your face. I see that all the time with people, and people can notice that. Your energy levels may be up. You have more strength. If you're already doing resistance training or something, you notice you're getting a little bit stronger, and this causes what we call a recomposition of your body. And so you start looking better before you actually lose the weight. That's just natural. So here's the hard part. During the long, slow process, Weight loss is kind of like this. It's not like that. It's not like that, unfortunately. That first week may be like that, and that second week it comes back up and it kind of levels off, and you drop a little bit at a time. And I had weight loss clients that might go weeks and not lose another pound. It's weird. Some people would go 2 or 3 weeks and lose, and then boy, they got a month and they just get mad and quit, and they don't understand, and you try to explain it to them, but it doesn't go through. It doesn't go through. They just don't understand the difference between weight loss and fat loss. So after you expect the scale to pause, after the first couple weeks. That first week, you lose it. Some people will only lose 2 or 3 pounds. Maybe they didn't have a bunch of water weight. They really didn't eat that much fast food. They didn't really cut out a lot of stuff. Some people that first week are cutting out of a lot of things. And so you might lose 2 pounds. The other person might lose 6 or 7 pounds. I've seen a guy lose 7 pounds in a week, gain 5 pounds back the next week, but still he had a 2-week weight loss. That's a pound a week. That's right about where you should be. So expect the scale to have a pause there. But like I say, use the non-scale victories, how you look, better sleep, your skin might clear up, less joint pain, stronger lifts. You can see the face getting thinner, your clothes fit better, you got more energy. There's a bunch of things you can use to help you stay motivated. And remember, water weight comes and goes. It comes and goes according to what you drink, what you eat, or how much you're drinking, how much you're eating, things like that. But fat loss, when it goes, it stays gone. That's why you tell people you want fat loss. It's not necessarily water loss. Now, with these big programs and stuff where people join for 90 days and they do all of this cutting and stuff, and then they gain it all back, and they come back year after year, and they can't figure it out. They think it's them. Well, you got to develop habits along the way. You develop these good habits. You quit eating the fast food and sugary foods and a lot of stuff that just help you retain that sodium in your body, and keeps it. That helps you retain the water staying in your body. But you can, if you make good choices and good eating habits, once you get to where you want to be weight-wise, you can keep it there. You can keep it there, and you can really develop a really nice body regardless of your age if you keep it up and you're doing some good strength training, aerobic training, stuff like that to go along with it. So it's not about what the scale says next week. It's about what your body feels like in 6 months. And if your body feels good, you're probably going to look good and you're going to be lost some weight. So by the way, if you like this video, give it a like. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, please. I'd appreciate it. Weight loss is fast, but it's misleading. Fat loss is slow, but it's life-changing. Weight loss is fast, but misleading. Fat loss is slow, but life-changing. You need to remember that when you get down and stuck. And everybody I know that loses weight gets stuck at some period of time. Now, I lost my 35 pounds really fast in a month. Or a month and a week or so. But then I kind of got stuck there for a while, and I really made a conscious effort, another little mental change. Hey, I want to try to get a 6-pack. And that wasn't easy, and it took a while because you get stuck and you have to switch things up. But don't quit when the water weight's gone. That's when the real work begins. So you lost 5 or 6 pounds, 7 pounds right away, and you're celebrating. Temper that celebration, because now you got to really work, because you're going to gain some of that back. But don't do like some people, gain all of it back and get demotivated and blah blah, just sitting working, and you wind up gaining even more weight. That's when the work begins, after that first week. So think about you. If you're trying to lose weight now, what's one non-scale, or when you lost weight at some time in your life, what was one non-scale victory that you noticed when you started trying to lose fat? What did you notice first? Where did you notice first or what did you notice first? Put it in the comments. Like I say, I love to hear your comments. I try to I respond to about 99% of the comments. There's a couple things that maybe I miss, or some I'm just they're out there. I don't respond to those. I'll still give it a like, but I'm not going to respond to it. Hope you guys have a great day. Mike Norris, and I'll talk to you later.